London Daily Post. The weather. Rain with fog. Sunday, September 30th, 1888. Jack the Ripper murders again. Double event in London's East End. Numerous suspects are being questioned by Scotland Yard. Mysterious character spotted near the crime scenes, wanted for questioning in relation to the murders. Perhaps no circumstance has caused greater unease amongst residents than the remarkable appearance of vast numbers of ravens throughout the district. Dock labourers, costermongers, and householders alike report that the birds have descended upon chimney tops, church steeples, and abandoned warehouses in numbers never before witnessed. Mrs. Eleanor Briggs of Flower and Dean Street declared,
"I've lived here these 40 years, and never have I seen such creatures in these numbers. They came before sunrise, blackening the roofs like soot."
Several children were observed attempting to frighten the birds away with sticks, only for the creatures to return moments later, gathering in silent clusters, overlooking the very streets where the murders occurred. The Daily Post sought the opinion of Professor Reginald Ashcombe, noted ornithologist of the Royal Society. After reviewing numerous reports, Professor Ashcombe expressed considerable astonishment. "The common raven does not ordinarily assemble in such numbers within the metropolis. Their appearance in Whitechapel during the latter weeks of September, and apparently arriving from the surrounding countryside, is entirely contrary to established observation," he further remarked. "Weather alone cannot satisfactorily account for this movement. Should the accounts prove accurate, I confess the migration is most singular." The professor, nevertheless, urged the public against indulging superstition. No less extraordinary are reports concerning a mysterious figure repeatedly observed in proximity to both murder scenes. Witnesses describe a person wrapped entirely in a heavy black travelling cloak, despite the comparatively mild weather. Most peculiar is the assertion that the stranger's face was concealed beneath what several witnesses insist was a feathered mask that shared the appearance of the surrounding ravens. A night watchman employed near Spitalfields Market provided this statement. "I thought him some gentleman attended a masquerade, save that he walked without sound. He neither hurried nor looked behind him. When I called after him, he vanished into the fog before I reached the corner." Another woman claimed she observed the same figure standing motionless beside St. Jude's churchyard, only minutes before hearing cries in the distance. The dreadful spectre which has so long haunted the courts and alleys of Whitechapel has once again stained London's East End with innocent blood. Before the dawn of Monday morning, 2 women, as yet only tentatively identified by the Metropolitan Police, were discovered cruelly murdered within a quarter-mile of one another. One body was found in a narrow passage behind George Yard, the second in an abandoned stable-yard near Commercial Street. The nature of the wounds bears a disturbing resemblance to those inflicted by the unknown assassin, already christened by the public as Jack the Ripper. Inspector Edmund Harcourt, who has lately joined the Whitechapel inquiry, refused to speculate before reporters. "We ask only that the public refrain from idle rumour and permit the police to perform their duty." Tradesmen now close their establishments before dusk. Church attendance has swelled markedly. Volunteer patrols continue to traverse the streets carrying lanterns, cudgels, and whistles, though many privately admit they fear they pursue not a man, but something less easily understood. One elderly resident was heard muttering, "London's forgotten God, and now the devil walks Whitechapel."